It hits fast. No warning, no time to breathe. A secret explodes, and a family is shattered in seconds. In Genoa City, everything changes the moment the truth comes out. Holden Novak isn't just a stranger, he's blood, he's legacy, he's the past crashing into the present, and no one is ready for it. At Society, the air feels different the second Lily Winters locks eyes with Holden. There's tension, confusion, something unspoken hanging between them. Because deep down, Lily already feels it. This isn't just coincidence. This is something bigger. They sit down hesitant at first, careful, measuring every word. But the connection is undeniable. Lily studies him. His face. His energy, the way he speaks. And the more she looks, the more it clicks. There's a familiarity she can't ignore. Holden feels it too. He tries to stay calm, but there's a storm inside him. Because he knows what this could mean, and it terrifies him. The conversation starts slow, questions, half answers, fragments of truth. But it doesn't take long before everything starts lining up. And suddenly, it's real. Lily exhales sharply, trying to steady herself. This isn't just a possibility anymore. This is her brother, a half-brother she never knew existed. The weight of that realization hits hard, but Lily doesn't hesitate. She doesn't run from it. She leans in. Because if this is true, then her family needs to know. Now. She reaches for her phone, her fingers tremble slightly as she calls Nate Hastings. Her voice is urgent, firm. She tells him to come to Society immediately. No explanations, no details, just come. Then she calls Devon Winters, same urgency, same tone. And just like that, everything is set in motion. Back at the athletic club, Nate is in the middle of a completely different moment. A quiet one, controlled, professional, until he hears a name that stops him cold, Dr. Stephanie Simmons. The name echoes in his mind. Because he knows it, not just casually. Personally. There's a connection to his mother, Olivia Winters. And that's not something Nate ignores. He turns, his curiosity instantly sparked. When he sees Stephanie, something clicks. He approaches her, introduces himself. And the moment he says his name, everything changes. Stephanie's face lights up with recognition, warmth, familiarity. She knows exactly who he is, and just like that, they sit down together. What starts as a polite conversation quickly turns personal. They talk about Olivia, memories, history, shared connections. Nate listens closely, absorbing every detail. There's comfort in the familiarity, but also curiosity, because something feels off. Why is she here? Why now? Nate asks the question directly. Stephanie smiles, but it doesn't reach her eyes. She dodges, careful, calculated. She doesn't mention Malcolm Winters. She doesn't mention the real reason she's back. The mission, the urgency, the desperation. Instead, she keeps it light. Surface level. But then, she drops it. A truth that changes everything. Holden is her son. The words land like a shockwave. Nate freezes, his mind races, because that one sentence connects everything. Holden, Stephanie, Malcolm, it all starts forming a picture, and Nate can't ignore what it means. Before he can even process it fully, his phone rings. It's Lily. Her voice is intense. Something's wrong. She tells him to come to Society right now. No questions, just urgency. Nate doesn't hesitate. He ends the conversation with Stephanie, his thoughts spinning out of control, because now he knows, or at least, he thinks he does. And whatever is waiting for him at Society, it's big. Back at Society, the tension is building. Lily and Holden sit across from each other. The silence between them is heavy, both of them processing, both of them trying to understand what this means. Lily breaks the silence. She asks the questions that matter, about his past, about his mother, about everything. Holden answers, but carefully. There's hesitation, not because he's lying, but because even he doesn't fully understand it all. This is new for him too, raw, unsettling, and deeply personal. Lily watches him closely, trying to read between the lines, trying to feel the truth behind his words. And the more they talk, the more it becomes impossible to deny. This is real, this is happening. When Nate arrives, everything shifts. He walks in with purpose. But the moment he sees Holden sitting there, he stops. Because now it's no longer theory, it's reality. Devon arrives shortly after, confused, concerned, and completely unprepared for what he's about to hear. They all sit down, the air is thick with anticipation, no one speaks for a moment. Until Lily finally does. She doesn't ease into it. She doesn't soften it. She says it straight. Holden is Malcolm's son. Silence. A long, heavy silence. Devon blinks. Trying to process. Trying to understand. Nate exhales slowly, already piecing it together, because he heard it before, from Stephanie. But hearing it here, seeing it all come together, it hits differently. Devon shakes his head slightly, he looks at Holden, studies him, searching for something familiar, and maybe, just maybe, he sees it. But that doesn't make it easier, because this isn't just news, this is a shift in their entire family dynamic, a new branch, a new reality, and none of them were prepared. Questions start coming fast, from Devon, from Nate, about timelines, about truth, about why they didn't know. Holden does his best to answer, but again, there are gaps. Things he doesn't fully know, things he's not saying, and Lily notices, she feels it. Because something is missing, something important, but she doesn't push it. Not yet. Because right now, this moment is already too much. Meanwhile, somewhere else in Genoa City, a completely different kind of truth is about to come out. Sally Spectra stands alone, a small object in her hand. Her breath unsteady, her heart racing, because she's done this before, and she already knows what she's going to see, but she has to be sure. She looks down, waits, seconds feel like hours, and then, it's there, clear, unmistakable, positive, again, no more doubt, no more uncertainty. Sally closes her eyes. A mix of emotions floods over her, fear, shock, disbelief, and something else, something deeper, something she's almost afraid to feel. Because this changes everything, she takes a deep breath, and makes a decision. She can't keep this to herself, not anymore. She picks up her phone, and calls Billy Abbott. Because he deserves to know, and because she needs him right now. Back at Society, the conversation continues. But it's not getting easier, if anything, it's getting heavier. Because the more they talk, the more questions come up, and the fewer answers they seem to have. Nate leans back slightly, watching everything unfold, analyzing, connecting dots, and one thing keeps nagging at him, something Stephanie didn't say, something she avoided. Because if Holden is her son, and Malcolm is his father, then why now? Why reveal this now? Why bring him into their lives at this exact moment? It doesn't add up. And Nate can't shake the feeling that there's more, a lot more. Devon feels it too. He exchanges a look with Nate, a silent understanding passing between them. Because this isn't just about family, there's something deeper here, something hidden, but Lily is focused on something else, on Holden, on what this means for her identity, for her family. She wants to believe it, she wants to accept it. But at the same time, she knows this isn't the full story, not yet. And somewhere deep down, she's bracing herself. Because she knows this isn't the last shock. Not even close. And she's right. Because what she's hiding, what she's not ready to say yet, is about to break everything all over again. The truth is out. But it's incomplete. And in Genoa City, incomplete truths are the most dangerous kind. At Society, the tension hasn't faded, it's only shifted. Now it's quieter, heavier, more complicated, because everyone is still trying to adjust to what they just heard. Holden sits there, feeling like an outsider in a room full of people who are suddenly his family, but it doesn't feel like family, not yet. It feels uncertain, fragile, like one wrong word could break everything. Devon leans forward, his expression serious, measured. He asks the questions that matter, about Malcolm, about the past, about why none of this came out before. Holden answers as best as he can, but there's hesitation, because he knows something they don't. And he's not sure how much he should say. Lily watches him carefully. Every pause, every shift in tone, and it confirms what she already suspects. He's holding something back. But so is she. Because the truth she's hiding, it's bigger than this. And it's not her place to say it. Not yet, not like this. Nate finally speaks again, calm, controlled, but there's an edge to his voice. He mentions Stephanie, he reveals what she told him, that Holden is her son, that she confirmed it herself. The room shifts again, because now it's official. There's no denying it anymore, this isn't speculation, this is fact. Devon exhales slowly, trying to process everything, because this isn't just about adding someone new, this is about rewriting the past. Changing everything they thought they knew, and that's not easy, especially when something still feels off. After a while the conversation starts to wind down, not because everything is resolved, but because it's too much. Too fast, too overwhelming. Holden stands. He looks at Lily. There's something in his eyes. Uncertainty, hope, fear, he doesn't know where he fits. Not yet, and maybe he's not ready to find out. He leaves, quietly, without making a scene, and the moment he's gone, the energy in the room shifts again. Now it's just Lily, Devon, and Nate. And the silence between them says everything. Devon speaks first. He asks the question they're all thinking, what aren't they being told? Because it's obvious now, there's more, and Lily knows it. She feels the weight of it pressing down on her, but before she can respond, her phone rings. She looks at the screen, and everything inside her tightens. It's Malcolm. She steps away to answer, her voice soft. Careful, but the second she hears his tone, her heart drops. Because she already knows, the news isn't good. And she's right, the twins are not matches. No bone marrow match. No solution, no easy way out. Lily closes her eyes. Pain hits her all at once, sharp, immediate. She fights to stay composed. But it's hard. Because this isn't just bad news. This is devastating. She thanks Malcolm quietly, ends the call, and stands there for a moment, trying to pull herself together, trying to breathe. When she walks back, Devon and Nate can see it instantly. Something's wrong, something serious. They ask what happened. But Lily hesitates, because she's not ready to tell them everything. Not yet. So she gives them just enough. She says it's nothing, that it's handled, but they don't believe her. Not for a second, because the pain in her eyes, it's real, and it's deep. Devon moves closer, concern written all over his face. He tells her they're here, that whatever it is they can handle it together. Nate nods in agreement. But Lily just shakes her head slightly, because this isn't something she can share yet, not until she knows more, not until she's ready. And right now, she's not. Across town, Holden walks into the GCAC, the weight of everything still heavy on his shoulders. He spots Stephanie, sitting alone, waiting. He approaches her slowly, sits down, and for a moment, neither of them speaks. Because they both know. Everything has changed. Holden finally breaks the silence. He admits it. He doesn't feel like he belongs. Not in Lily's world. Not in that family. It's too much. Too sudden. Stephanie listens carefully, her expression soft. But there's concern there too. Because she knows this isn't easy, she tries to reassure him, tells him that belonging takes time, that he doesn't have to figure it all out today. But Holden isn't convinced. Because this isn't just about time, it's about identity, about finding his place in a story that was written long before he arrived. And right now, he doesn't know where he fits. Meanwhile, Sally stands in front of Billy, the truth between them now. Out in the open. She doesn't sugarcoat it. She tells him straight. She's pregnant. Billy freezes for a second. Just a second. But it's enough. Because Sally notices. She watches his face closely, trying to read his reaction, trying to understand what he's feeling, and that's when the tension starts. Because Billy is trying to focus on her, on what she needs. But there's something underneath. Something unresolved. And Sally can feel it. She asks him directly, to be honest, to not hold back, because she needs to know. Billy exhales slowly, and then he says it. He's hurt. Not about the pregnancy, but about how she handled it, the fact that she went to Audra first, that she didn't come to him. Sally listens, takes it in, and then she explains her fear, her trauma. Because this isn't just a happy moment for her, it's complicated, painful. Because losing baby Ava, it never left her, it still lives inside her, every day. And she knows Billy understands that. Because he carries his own loss. Delia Abbott. The daughter he lost. The pain he never fully escaped. They both go quiet. Because in that moment, they realize something. They're not just talking about a new life, they're confronting old wounds, ones that never healed. Sally admits it. She still dreams about Ava, still feels her, still wonders what could have been. Billy nods slowly, because he does the same with Delia, and that connection, it changes everything. Because now this pregnancy isn't just about hope, it's about risk, about fear, about the possibility of losing everything again. The room feels heavier, more intense, but also more honest. Because for the first time, they're not hiding from it, they're facing it together. Billy moves closer, his voice softer now, more grounded. He tells her they don't have to rush, they don't have to decide everything right now, they have time to think, to feel, to figure it out. Sally looks at him, really looks at him. And for the first time since she saw that test, she feels something steady, not certainty, not clarity, but support. And right now, that's enough. They hold on to each other, not because everything is okay, but because they're choosing to face it together, and in Genoa City, that choice doesn't come easy. But even as they stand there, holding on to that fragile sense of peace, the truth is still waiting, for Lily, for Nate, for Devon, for Holden, because the real story, the one no one is fully saying yet, is still unfolding, and when it comes out, it won't just change their lives, it will break them. So the question is, when the full truth about Malcolm finally explodes, who will survive it? And who won't?